Okay. So it's just a notification that it's being recorded, which is what we just said.
Este es
So,
solamente el aviso de lo que acaba de informar.
so today we're going to talk about several different things. We're going to talk about Chromebook distribution, advanced placement exams, extended time for students who get that. I'm going to show you a brief video of how to turn on a calendar in myMCPS so you can see assignments, talk about fourth marking period grading, and answer some of the questions that parents have already submitted to me.
Los temas que se van a discutir ahora, menciona el Dr. Mooney, es sobre la distribución de las Chromebook o las computadoras, los exámenes de AP, también va a mostrar, va a explicar algo sobre el tiempo extendido y al mismo tiempo va a mostrar un pequeño video de cómo activar una opción en el calendario en myMCPS, que es de interés para los padres. También hablará sobre las calificaciones del periodo 4 y va a responder algunas preguntas que ha recibido.
Thank you, Ms. Matus. So the first item I want to talk about is Chromebook and Wi-Fi distribution. This is an important change from last week. If you either saw my message on Sunday or attended the meeting on Friday last week, Chromebook and Wi-Fi hotspot distribution is now being handled at the school level. So BCC will now be doing that for our students, which is a big change from last week rather. So if you or your child either needs a Chromebook or access to the internet, it's really important that you let us know so that we can communicate with you how we're going to be doing that. We'll only have those available once a week, but we are going to take care of that at the school level. So reach out to us if you have any needs, or if you know anyone who has any needs, you can let them know to either give us a call at school or to email.
El doctor Mooney menciona de que ha habido un importante cambio desde la semana pasada, especialmente en el fin de semana, entre viernes y domingo de la semana pasada, que ahora la distribución de las Chromebook o las laptops, asimismo como el Wi-Fi o el Internet, ha sido pasado nuevamente a BCC. A partir de esta semana ya se estará distribuyendo por parte de BCC a través de los asistentes del director. Por favor, déjenles saber si hay alguien con alguna necesidad o si ustedes necesitan una computadora o el acceso a Internet. Se está recopilando la información para poderlos ayudar. El interés es que una vez por semana se estén distribuyendo esto específicamente en la escuela BCC.
Thank you. Another important item that I want to make sure parents and students know about, if you need technical support, help with computer access or help with getting the Chromebook to log in or with your Wi-Fi hotspot, MCPS has shared a number for that. It does have an option for parents, and you leave a message and then they call you back to provide you that help, so you're not sitting on hold the whole time.
Otra información importante que quiere compartir, que MCPS ha habilitado un número de teléfono, el 240-740-7092, para dar apoyo técnico, soporte técnico, ya sea porque tienen problemas de acceso a Internet o porque ustedes no saben cómo ingresar con login, password o cualquier ayuda. Esto es importante, que usted llame. Ellos actualmente no tienen ayuda directa en nuestro idioma, pero usted puede dejar un mensaje en español y ellos le van a llamar inmediatamente para poderle apoyar cualquier problema técnico.
And Ms. Matus, will you read the number out in Spanish so that everyone can write it down in case they can't see it?
El número es el 240-740-7022.
Thank you. Another issue that I just want to make sure everyone's aware of, if you have a child who is taking an AP exam, they have received information from College Board about their exams. Parents have also been emailed by both BCC and College Board with information. we have extended the amount of time that students can choose not to take an exam, but if you open the link for the exam, it will become an obligation. So please do not click on that link unless you plan to take the test.
Algo importante sobre los exámenes de AP. Si los estudiantes están planificando tomar este examen, se les recuerda que han recibido por parte del College Board un correo electrónico o también por parte de la escuela. Hace énfasis el director de que si usted no tiene planificado tomar el examen o está en la plataforma, no lo abra, porque al abrirlo, usted puede recibir un cargo o un costo por estar tomando el examen. Recalca nuevamente que es importante, solamente aquellos estudiantes que lo van a tomar pueden acceder a la plataforma. Si usted o el estudiante no desea tomarlo, por favor no ingrese. Señora, creo que el micrófono lo tiene. Ok.
Sí, acerca de los exámenes de AP, mi hijo toma AP de 10º y me dijeron que no estaba inscrito y que tendría que esperar hasta el próximo año para hacer el examen. Entonces no supe ahí qué pasó. La verdad no sabía yo que tenía que inscribirse.
Okay. She says that she has a son that he's taking the AP test in 10th grade, and she has the information that the student is not enrolled, that she needs to subscribe or just fill a form or something. He's not able to take the test. She wants to know something about it because she doesn't know that the student have to enroll to take the AP test. This is a student in 10th grade.
10th grade. Okay, can you send either me an email with his name and the class, or if you send it to Ms. Matus, if it's easier for you to do it in Spanish? And then I don't know.
I already sent it to the college board people at the school, Emily.
Okay.
And she answered that she couldn't find him in the list, so he's not going to be able to take the exam. So
Okay.
Is there anything we can do about it?
So
the end of next year.
The deadline has already passed to register for the exam. So if he didn't, that was back in October or November. I can't remember the exact date. That was
El
a long.
registro fue entre octubre y noviembre de los estudiantes. Eso ya pasó.
Okay.
So if she doesn't have a record of, that's who I would go to find out. That's the only person I can.
No, he doesn't.
Si la señora Emily Young no tiene la información, ese es el paso que él iba a hacer porque ella es la que está manejando el programa.
Sí, no se registró, no sabíamos que tenía que registrarse. Entonces, ¿se tienen que registrar en octubre del próximo año para el siguiente examen?
She said that she didn't know that the student had to enroll or register to take the test. So she's asking if she wants the student taking the next year, that she has to enroll in October, or you will send an email with the new dates for the next year.
I don't know. Can you send me an email with that question and I will look at, I don't know how we handle that for who aren't in the
Usted puede enviarle una, con la pregunta, la puede enviar en español a mí directamente o se lo puede enviar a él en los dos idiomas para que él le dé una respuesta específica.
Gracias.
Thank you. So another issue I want to talk about is the idea of extended time. Some students who have either an IEP, a 504 plan, or receive ESOL services receive extra time to allow them to complete assignments. Normally, that's 50% extended time, and that's built into the amount of time that teachers are given now for doing that work. So I'm going to go to the next slide, and then I'm going to ask Ms. Matus to do all of it together. So I'm going to challenge her. But so if a student has 50% extended time and there's a 1-hour assignment, they would get an hour and a half to do that assignment. It wouldn't mean that the week would be extended. So if they have all week to do an assignment, they wouldn't get a week and a half to do that one assignment that might only take them an hour.
El doctor Mooney menciona con respecto a las clases, el tiempo extendido para las clases de educación especial o la educación de 5 o 4 o también los estudiantes de ESOL, de que para ellos hay una opción de extender un 50% del tiempo, el cual se mantiene. Si el estudiante, por ejemplo, se le asigna una tarea de 1 hora, va a tener 1 hora 50 para poder hacer todas sus tareas o las asignaciones que tiene previstas. Específicamente se está hablando de los estudiantes que están en los programas de educación especial o ESOL.
So another important question that parents have been asking me is how to see the work that their students have due or that teachers are assigning. And there, I'm going to share a video of that, how that works with you all in a second. One of our teachers, Ms. Freed, created this for us. It'll actually be available. I'm going to post this entire video on YouTube, so you'll be able to go back and look at it later. It is in English. I'm going to turn on the Spanish subtitles so that you can see that, but it will also be available for you there. So bear with me for a second while I do that. But
en este momento el director va a compartir un video que es de suma importancia para que los padres y los estudiantes puedan saber cuáles son las tareas, cuáles son las asignaciones y qué el profesor le está brindando a sus hijos en clases. Por favor, ponga atención al video. Él va a estar en inglés, pero después va a poner los subtítulos en español. Es importante que el estudiante habilite esta opción para que ustedes puedan ver las tareas de los chicos.
I apologize. Just take me a second to get here.
Se disculpa por un momento por el problema técnico.
Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to do a very quick overview of the easiest ways to see when you have assignments due and using the calendar feature in myMCPS Classroom, aka Canvas. So I am going to show you the screen for a student actually, so you can see it from the perspective of a student or parent. So this is what the home screen looks like. I am again in as a student, and these are all of the students' classes, and you can see some of the classes have little numbers that have appeared, little red circles. So that means that teacher has pushed out an assignment or an announcement and something for that student to read. And the student hasn't read. My class here has 2 things for that student to look up. Okay, the other thing very helpful on the home page here is there is a to-do list here. And the to-do list includes the title of the assignment, the teacher's name, as well as the date and time that it's due. So my class is geometry here, and this student you can see has 2 things for my class due this week. One due on the 29th and another one due on the 1st. Okay, so there's also another way to have your main page viewed so that you can see when the assignments are due. So if you click at the very top where it says dashboard and these 3 little dots, you can click list view. Okay, the list view provides you with a calendar view of assignments and when they are due. So nothing is due today, nothing is due tomorrow. However, the student can see that they have 2 things due Wednesday listed, and Thursday they have 1 thing due, Friday is another thing due, and it shows the whole week. Now, a lot of students, and you can go backwards as well, it just started popping up with the backwards. So it's up to a student what way they want to have things viewed, and as I scroll up here, you can see the student has submitted and completed these assignments, and it will also like register late or submitted, so they can see what they've done. So again, up to a student which view they prefer. Okay, the other thing super well, there's an inbox here, so you can see this student has 24 messages to check. Those messages are probably from their teachers. The teachers have been sending out emails by class, and you can check it in the inbox right here. Now, the other way to see due dates is if you click on the calendar feature on the side, you can see a calendar of the student's assignments. Now, okay, first, some of them are crossed out. Things are only crossed out as the due date passes. So as I scroll down here to this week, again, I am the blue here. I teach the geometry class, so my assignments here are not crossed out because they are not past their due date. Okay, now over here under calendars, you can see the student has a bunch of calendars listed. However, you can only see the calendars here if you also have it selected here. So I'm going to remove my class for a second, which is in the blue, and you will see it removed from the calendar. So if the student doesn't have that course clicked or selected, it will not appear on the screen. So I can also see the biology teacher has been using this platform, so I can unclick biology and you won't see it. So the main thing is for any course the student is in, they need to make sure they've selected it on the side. And now those courses are showing. Now, there will be some courses here, like this one here, NSL is listed in green. The teacher must not be using this platform because it's not here. So this calendar shows you everything due from all the courses together in one calendar feature. The colors can be selected by the student. So if the student really doesn't like purple per se, okay, I unclicked it. You can click on the 3 little dots and you can change it to some other color. Or that allows for no color will be ever repeated because the color choices are made by the student. So you can pick out like 4 classes and 4 totally different colors. And then that's it. And you can go back to the previous month and see all the different assignments. You can see I was always posting homework assignments in this platform, but now it does automatically list when things are due based on the due date that the teacher has posted. Okay, hopefully that helps people follow the calendar. Thank you for watching.
So hopefully that helps. Again, that video will be posted on YouTube. I'll post that and I'll send out a link to it so that everyone can see that also.
Espera que este video haya sido de ayuda y le recuerda que está publicado en YouTube para que puedan reforzarlo y volver a verlo. Él va a enviar el link para que puedan ingresar y repetirlo.
Another reminder that I want to make sure is that everyone knows that grades for the 4th marking period will be only as a pass or incomplete. We don't know what that means yet. The Board of Education will decide on May 12th. We'll make a final decision exactly what pass means. But right now, teachers are continuing to grade and use the grade book and provide feedback in the way that they have been all year. So your child should be receiving feedback on the work they're doing. They should be getting a grade of A, B, C, D, or E on that work. And then they are able to work with the teacher if they want to improve something.
Referente al periodo 4 de clases, la calificación para los estudiantes será asignada en pass o incomplete. No se sabe, MCPS todavía no ha dado las directrices exactas de qué significa o cuáles van a ser los parámetros, pero actualmente los profesores están utilizando Gradebook para calificar todas las asignaciones y las tareas de los chicos. Es decir, se están utilizando las tradicionales calificaciones A, B, C, D. Cuando se tenga ya clarificación por parte de MCPS, se va a hacer un ajuste para poder determinar qué es pass y qué es incomplete.
So there were a couple of parent questions that were submitted via the form that I sent. One of those questions is about how they can get information from past Zoom sessions and if I will share future Zoom sessions if people can't make it. So yes, I'm working on a sheet of answer to all the questions that were out last week. And I will be recording this session and all future sessions so they're available on YouTube. So if you can't make it to one, you can find them on YouTube. If you just search for my name, you actually will see videos that I've posted there with these answers.
Se está refiriendo a las preguntas que él ha recibido por parte de la comunidad de padres a través de un formulario que él envió por correo electrónico, en donde él va a estar permitiéndose contestar las preguntas. La primera que recibe es cómo él podría compartir la información de estas sesiones de aquí en adelante. Él contestó que sí, que va a hacer ese esfuerzo y que a partir de ahora está trabajando para poder hacer estos videos y los cuales pueden ser encontrados en YouTube, para que vean cuáles son los lineamientos e inquietudes que se están dando cada semana, y así seguirá en el futuro.
Another question that I had is several questions about graduation. The first is what is my thoughts on how graduation should be handled if we know what will be happening and when a decision will be made about what's happening.
Otra pregunta es relacionada con la graduación y cuáles son las impresiones, las opiniones o los comentarios que él tiene al respecto. Para eso también él estará compartiendo, al tener mayor información, detalles al respecto.
So I'm going to start with MCPS is going to make a decision for the whole county about graduation, and they are going to announce that decision next week. I don't know which day, but then they will share that with us. In terms of that decision.
Con relación a la graduación, NCPS hará la gran decisión para todo el condado, no va a ser para una escuela en particular. Espera que esta decisión va a ser tomada la próxima semana, no sabe cuándo, qué día, pero sí se espera que se determine la próxima semana y comunicará las acciones.
My hope is that we will be able to hold some type of graduation ceremony as close to June 5th as possible so that we can honor our graduates and have a little bit of a normal life for them right now.
Él espera o desea de que se puedan dar algunas condiciones para hacer algunas ceremonias, aunque sean pequeñas, a partir de junio, para que se puedan realmente honrar a los estudiantes que se están graduando y tener una pequeña o aproximación a lo que sería una vida normal o una celebración normal.
Another question about graduates is how we can do stuff to honor them. Some of you may have seen yard signs around that are for individual students. If you have any ideas about that or anything that you need in terms of that, if you wanted to get information about a yard sign, please let me know. The PTSA is working to try to figure out ways to honor our graduates.
Otra pregunta que se recibió es cómo se va a hacer para ser visibles, honorar o honrar a los estudiantes que se van a graduar este año. Él motiva que cualquier idea es muy bienvenida. Si usted tiene alguna idea o algún comentario de cómo podría llegarse a ser visible la graduación para estos seniors de este año, por favor escríbanle que él está abierto a recibir cualquier información.
And the last question that I had here was a question about why we are not holding live classes via Zoom, why they're not required and why they're not being held.
Otra pregunta es por qué no se hacen clases a través de video, por qué no se están haciendo, no se están llevando a cabo.
So Zoom sessions aren't required because we're trying to make sure that we balance everyone's needs, our students' needs, our families' needs, and our teachers' needs, and making sure that we're providing instruction that works in everybody's timeline. Hopefully, students are having opportunities to see their teachers, and if not, please reach out to the teacher to see if there's a time that they can see them, if that's something that's important.
A este punto las clases no son requeridas porque se está buscando un balance entre las familias que tienen recursos o las familias que tienen necesidades de recursos y que no pudieran acceder a estos para tener una clase en vivo. Estas regulaciones se van a mantener, pero al tener alguna modificación será comunicada. También se les motiva a los estudiantes para que puedan siempre estar en contacto de sus profesores a través de los medios que se les han entregado.
And the last thing I want to remind, and then we have a few minutes, we can take some questions if anybody has it. If there is a question that you have and you need to get answer quickly, you can reach out to either me or your child's grade level administrator. So that's Mr. Levine for 12th grade, Mr. Nelson for 11th grade, Ms. Sutton for 10th grade, and Dr. McGarrow for 9th grade. You can find all of our email addresses on the BCC website.
Finalmente, él siempre deja abierta la posibilidad, si ustedes desean contactarse directamente a través, con el director o los asistentes de los directores, lo pueden hacer a través de los correos electrónicos. Estos están disponibles en el sitio web de BCC en el área de Staff Directory. Y les deja el Dr. Mooney, es el director interino, el señor Sam Levine es el administrador de grado 12, el señor Douglas Nelson es el administrador del grado 11, la señora Rebecca Sutton es la administradora del grado 10 y el doctor David Munguera es el administrador de 9º grado.
You can also send an email to Ms. Black if you have a question, and she will make sure it gets to the right person.
También pueden mandarle un correo a la señora Black, que ella es la persona que tiene más cerca, el director, que le puede ayudar o asistir al mismo tiempo.
So at this time, I've stopped sharing the screen. Are there any questions that anyone has that we would like to try to answer during this
A este
time?
momento, él pregunta si ustedes tienen alguna pregunta adicional o algo que quisieran expresar.
No, señora, ninguna. Gracias.
Okay.
No other questions?
No question for now?
No.
Okay.
Yes, well,
Ok, pues sí.
finally, I just have one. Is there any visible time in the near future that we're expecting the kids to go back to class?
I would love to know the answer to that.
Me gustaría tener la respuesta. Si me permiten, la pregunta que hizo el padre es que si se tiene alguna aproximación, alguna idea de cuándo los jóvenes van a regresar a clase, a lo cual el director contestó por ahora, pues que le gustaría, le encantaría tener esa respuesta. Go ahead, Dr. Mooney.
Right now, we're supposed to go back on May 18th. If I had to make a prediction, I would say that's not happening, but I don't make those decisions.
Por ahora, lo que se tiene es que todos regresamos en mayo, pero él no tiene la posibilidad para determinar esa o dar esa decisión final. Estamos esperando.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gracias.
Any other questions?
Yes, my name is Mustafa. I do have a question about the grading, the pass and fail grading. So how would that affect the GPA? Or you still don't know, because as you say that you're still waiting for more from the board.
So that is one of the, do you want to repeat the question, Ms. Matthews? I'm sorry.
Sí. El padre pregunta que cómo las calificaciones actuales y la forma de calificar nueva que tenemos va a afectar el GPA, o sea, la calificación global del estudiante en este año.
That's one of the big questions that MCPS is trying to figure out right now. And that's what's going to be happening at the Board of Education meeting. So they've actually given themselves 2 weeks to try to figure it out because it is such a big decision. So we won't know that until May 12th.
Okay.
Este es uno de los grandes retos y problemáticas que NCPS está tratando de resolver. Al momento de tener la información y también va a ser validada con el College Board, será dada a conocer a los padres.
Thank you. Any other questions?
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Thank you all very much. We will do this again next Friday. If you have any questions, you can, in the meantime, you can either email me or your child's administrator, and or you can put them in the form online. And if that's an issue, always email me but we will be back again next Friday to answer any questions and to give an update.
El doctor Shelton Mooney cierra diciendo que les da muchísimas gracias por participar en esta reunión, que volverán a hacer la reunión el día viernes, próximo viernes, misma hora, mismo lugar. Si tienen preguntas, pueden enviarlas por correo electrónico, pueden subirlas a los formularios que él ha proporcionado para poder dar respuesta a todas sus inquietudes.
Gracias. Gracias.
Thank you.